Hi, everybody. I think we're live with Boozy Book Club March Movie Edition. Yay! Hello, I'm Beth. This is That's Normal's Boozy Book Club. This is our live Google Hangout, our monthly hangout for our Boozy Book Club. And this month we're talking about two books that have movies coming out this year, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children and Light Between Oceans. And there's other stuff going on tonight, like, I don't know, Outlander premieres. People are on red carpets. People are at after parties. People are in NYC, and I'm here in Memphis, trying to keep my hair in a messy bun, and so you don't have to see how hideous it is right now. And with a torn up kitchen and a torn up life, and drinking a wild cherry Pepsi instead of a Dr. Pepper. This is a terrible night. Everything is second best. I'm de-stringing everything, but I have three of our great book club mods with us, and they want to say hello. So, Tiffany, say hi. Tell me what you're drinking.
Oh, what I'm drinking? I'm just drinking iced tea.
Always.
I have this cute little Starbucks cup that I like.
Well, thank you for representing Outlander with your tartan shirt.
My tartan shirt?
Mm-hmm. Not right.
You know how I do. Pacific Northwest.
This is an idiot. Anne, say hello.
Hi guys, I'm Anne. It's not very boozy book club for me tonight because I'm drinking ice water, but I'm excited to talk about books, so.
Yay!
Hello. Yay.
All right, Amy, booze it up for us because we're all super lame right now.
I'm drinking Canada Dry. But I did take a Benadryl, so I'm rolling.
All right. You're cruising at least.
Yeah.
That'll be nice. It's going to be a good night. Lots of sodas, iced tea.
Some
There's a
water.
lot of high fructose corn syrup going on tonight.
For real. Lots of shugs. Speaking of shugs, let's just get it out of the way right now.
Segue.
Shug.
Viva La Outlander is going on right now. And we have on this panel three of our Outlander writers for this season. And you guys, they're watching the premiere right now, I guess, or maybe they're already at the party. What's their experience going on with the Outlander premiere, do you think? All those crazy fans.
Lots of crazy screaming people. A lot of plaid. Or tartan. I'm sorry, tartan. It's not plaid. It's tartan. And yeah.
I think there were some ladies in French silks.
Oh, really? They're mixing it up.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
A lot of waxed honey pots in New York.
A lot
Yes.
of secondhand embarrassment going on, I'm sure.
A ton of that.
Mm-hmm.
A ton of that.
So is it just Becca who's there right now? Is she the only one?
Yes. Yes,
Oh, she had to go solo.
she did. I was supposed to go, and then they changed what we were doing, and it just got kind of messy. So I was like, Becca can handle it. I don't really care.
Fair enough.
Hashtag
So
over it.
But you've seen the premiere, right, Beth?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So, 2 thumbs up?
it's fine.
That's fine. It's good. So do we have a bunch of underwhelmed people there tonight? Or are they all
they
They'll
will
never
love
say
it.
that. They'll love it.
The premiere
You'll love
was
it.
good.
Tiffany thinks the premiere was good.
Yep. 1 thumb up.
1
I
thumb
thought
up?
it was too. I think that the first episode is good. We're going to, if you're into Outlander and you happen to be watching Boozy Book Club on the night of the Outlander premiere, which is not happening, but if it is happening, next Monday night is our first episode of Hang Outlander, where we will discuss the first episode of season 2. So join us then, same time, same channel. We will be here talking Hang Outlander next Monday, and every Monday thereafter we will be talking about Outlander. So
For 13 weeks. Is there 13? Only 13 episodes?
yes, for 13 weeks, you guys, straight.
And there's no mid-season break this time, so it's just straight.
As far as I know, I haven't heard anything about any breaks.
It's a lot
I would like for
Outlander.
there to be a break. I'm going to
They
need a
probably
break.
will do like a 1 or 2 week break. They do that sometimes. Like even with Game of Thrones, they do like a couple week break.
If
I
it
would love
falls
it if
on
they
some
did.
holiday.
Well, because how many weeks is
Yeah.
13 weeks from now? That's like the middle of the summer, isn't it?
It's into July because it makes
Jeez.
one of our Hangoutlanders, because we do those on Monday nights, it makes one of those July the 4th.
Oh.
And so I was like, surely they're not doing it that week. But
No.
they probably are.
No.
What else are they going to do?
Exactly. What else does Stars have under its bonnet? Nada.
They have that new girl prostitute show. They
Oh,
can
yeah.
put that on.
That looks good,
The
actually.
Girlfriend Experience.
And they have upcoming American Gods, which is supposed to start filming this
Yep.
month, which I'm so super pumped about. And I just made an executive decision about that being one of our Busy Book Club books this summer.
Awesome.
Get ready. Everybody needs to read it. It's going to be so good.
Sounds good to me. So I should probably get a Stars subscription between now and Saturday. Maybe.
Maybe.
If I want to watch it.
You can get it now on Amazon Prime. Like if you have Prime.
Oh, can you?
Just pay. Mhm.
Oh, maybe I'll just do
Yeah,
that.
it's like $9 extra on Prime
For
That's
the
nothing.
whole season?
for Stars.
Just charge.
Oh. Oh, okay. So I can just pay. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll do that.
That's a
Come
deal,
on,
man.
man. Technology,
Yeah.
girl.
I need to get my. Oh no, I'm running out of battery. Hold on, guys.
That does not need to happen. Stay close to us.
And doesn't have stars. She doesn't have battery power. She's a Luddite.
I have to be one. Since Blurtlander just periscoped me sitting here. Doesn't he know that I'm only okay from directly on? Like, I don't need people coming at my 45.
You to be above, looking down.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you see my roots.
Right, yeah, then you see this mess, whatever it is. When you bleach your hair, guys, this is how you know that Sam Hewen, it's not his fault. When you bleach your hair, it just breaks and melts. If you bleach on top of bleach, it melts off. So I have hair up here that got bleached because it was too dark, down to where my old bleach was, and it's just broken off. And now I have like a
Girl,
half blonde.
I know it. Look at my hair. It's like
That's what mine's like. It's hairs.
crazy. Yeah.
I'm like,
You're like Cersei in Game of Thrones. Shame. Shame.
that's how I feel. That's why I want to cut it all off, and then I can just start from my actual color and start bleaching
No,
again.
I think you should grow your hair out.
I shouldn't.
Just 'cause
I
I-
shouldn't.
Just because I haven't seen you with longer hair than what you normally have,
Watch
and
this.
I want that experience.
It's terrible. Watch.
Dun,
I'm
dun,
doing
dun.
this on the internet for you, Tiff. Look at it. It's awful.
That's like, did you see my Snapchat about how when Ulta made me into Shirani? And they cut my hair, and it was like, literally, Shirani had a better haircut. It was so bad.
Shy Ronnie is so funny.
She like cut
It's
my
so
hair.
very specific.
She cut my hair, and she like made it look like Sam Hewen's color, like like Jamie. I look like Jamie Fraser.
Does
And
she hate
then
you?
I don't know, but I complained so much, and of course, I still paid the $200 because
Oh yeah.
I'm an idiot.
Yikes.
So,
I feel ya. I feel ya.
Oh,
but yeah,
man.
my hair's still recovering from that traumatic injury.
Yeah. This is fun, but I do go next week, and hopefully it'll be all blonde, but I may have to cut it off too. We'll see.
My hair is shiny because I ran out of frizzies and I just started using lube. And that is not a lie. It works.
Do you have a brand that you recommend, Amy?
Yes, KY Liquid. It's the same exact product. It is cheaper for the
No
ounce.
way. So
Yeah.
I can
You
just
know
go
what?
give my daughter a bottle of KY liquid. My daughter for frizzies.
Well, I
Like-
discovered it by accident. I actually took lube to travel with me, and I had frizzy hair, and I was like, what the hell? I'll try it. It worked.
Were you not worried you were going to end up like something about Mary? Was it like
I know.
straight up?
Well, I don't put it at the roots. I just did it at the tips. I kind of
Okay.
did Moroccan oil. At the tip, just the tip.
Just the tip.
KY just on the tip. Got it.
Just on the tip.
That's how I use it.
Mm-hmm.
This is terrible, you guys. I can't believe I took it down. I'm embarrassed. This is on TV. The internet
on
forever.
TV.
It's not TV. The internet forever. Okay, is that better? That's better.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's better.
Okay. Don't look at it from the back. There's no more Blurtlander coming at me this way. Okay. So let's talk about Light Between Oceans, because I didn't finish it
You didn't?
because I have stuff to do. I had something that here's what happened. I'm gonna say something real quick. Boozy Book Club is a wonderful, wonderful thing where we read 2 books every month. I'm also in charge of a real-life book club, and I have books that I just want to read. And I get free books from people all over the place. If you send me free books that they want me to review, and I'm like, oh, I don't have time for everything.
Likely story. Hey, I'm in the same boat, girl.
I know you are. I know you are.
But I only say this because the ending's like so good.
Okay, well, you can spoil it for me because it's fine. But
Who read it? So I read it.
I read it.
Yeah, I read it.
Okay.
good for y'all.
I did the second reading.
I didn't read the other one though.
I
That's
did the
okay.
second reading of The Light, and I had to redo my makeup after I finished it today because I'm like,
Oh, it's one of those?
oh yeah, like sobbing.
Because I've had a problem with crying. I haven't really, cathartically cried in, 6 to 9 months. I can't even remember the last time it happened. And my grandmother died, 2 months ago, and I didn't cry.
You know what always gets me? Watching those reunion videos of people who are in the military with their family.
Yes.
Instant tears.
Well, the thing is I can just turn that off, and then I'm back to my real life, and it's only maybe a single tear. But I haven't,
Yeah.
For you,
Maybe-
JoJo Moyes cry in a really long time.
This one didn't. I was hoping that I would have a JoJo Moyes cry, and I didn't. And I think it's because
Yeah.
I just dislike some of the people so much. I just would rather hit them than cry over their agony.
Oh,
Really?
man.
I didn't cry that much at JoJo Moore. I didn't cry at her books very much. But this one got me.
Heidi,
Yeah, I didn't cry
For
for this
you?
one either.
Heidi and I were talking, and she said that she read this book postpartum right after she had her baby, and she's like, "That was a bad idea, Jean."
Yeah, for real.
That's a
Ooh.
Yeah,
terrible
I think
idea.
that should also be a boozy book club. Books not to read postpartum. I read The Road by Cormac McCarthy 2 days after I gave birth. That was probably my worst decision ever.
That is a terrible decision.
Terrible.
I did make a list once of books that ruined me, and I'm pretty sure they would all be bad to read right after you had a baby.
Yeah. Well, especially this one because it involves a baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who I kind of don't
Either
like.
losing your baby or your baby dying. Either one of those is a bad situation. So.
Or in The Road where they cook a baby and eat the baby.
Oh,
Oh.
that's
Spoiler!
awful.
You know what's going to be great is American Gods. You can read that after your postpartum all the day. No babies die. Maybe. I don't remember. It's possible that they do. Well, I'm sorry that I didn't finish it. I'm feeling a little bit like right now.
That's all right.
the
We'll tell you what
baby-
happened.
Yeah.
So this is one of those books because we're talking about books that have movies coming out. I found that the picture of the people in the trailer were interfering with how I kind of wanted to picture them as I read them. That's
Yeah.
why I don't like reading books after it's already been cast.
I have to agree with you because in my mind, Alicia Vikander, who I think honestly is one of the most gorgeous women in the world right now.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
she's flawless.
She's
How does she look the way that she does? Because her skin tone
Yeah.
is really
Almost
tropical looking.
permatan, yes.
But she's blonde and so British looking too. I don't understand. And what
And
is her,
she's
what's her,
Nordic, right?
yeah, her last name? What is she? I find her
She's a
very
human being.
She's Scandinavian, right?
Right.
well, I don't understand the way that she looks. But then she looks like an angel. Like 'cause in my background.
Oh.
In my theological background, there's all this malarkey about how angels don't have ethnicity or gender, which I don't think is true. But there's all this malarkey but angels are just perfectly gorgeous. That's what Alicia Vikander looks like to me.
Mm-hmm.
Just perfect. Nothing you're
No.
going to pinpoint in any way, one way or the other, just perfect.
Like how everyone used to say Catherine Deneuve was the perfect face. Now it's Alicia Vikander. And she gets to have sex with Michael Fassbender. So she's living her best life.
And she was in Ex Machina with Oscar Isaac, who I also love.
Your bae.
But I think that Michael Fassbender was not how I pictured Tom at all.
No.
But he kept invading my brain. Because,
Right, then you feel like you're reading two stories sometimes.
Yes, you can't fully grasp the character because your brain has hooked onto what you assume that actor is like.
Right.
A little bit.
Not me.
I kept
read
thinking,
the book when it came out in 2011, so.
Look,
Job librarian.
Look, you don't have to be hipster librarian every time we have food.
No, but it didn't affect me at all because I had already had that picture in my mind of who I thought that he was going to look, what he's going to look like, and what she was looking like.
So how did you envision Hannah? Did you envision her to be Rachel Weisz?
No, because they say that she's not very attractive.
Right.
In the book.
Which is always disconcerting to me when you're just like, why do they only cast pretty people?
I think maybe it would be more effective for the movie if they were to make her not so beautiful. Because of how, what's her name, Lucy reacts to her. Like, who's going to hate such a pretty woman? I wouldn't.
Right.
Oh, so Lucy ends up hating her?
Well, yeah. Well, not in the end, but she hates her when she gets taken away and given back to her.
Oh, I didn't know that happened. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, part of the problem is they want to try to call her Grace all of a sudden, and she's just like, what? I'm 3. Yeah. My name is Lucy. That's the things that I'm just like, is no one thinking? You're all idiots.
Maybe they didn't have a lot of early childhood psychology back in Australia in the foundational time of Australia.
I also feel like they the first thing that I saw that would have been somebody would know what happened is the note that she leaves for Hannah. Like, how is it not be tested for fingerprints? And then I'm thinking, did they have fingerprints in 1929?
No.
Yeah, I don't think they did.
Especially in Australia, it was still really, it still was kind of a new country.
And it wasn't her. You thought it was her leaving the note. It was not her.
Yeah.
Is it Tom?
It was Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
No, I thought it was Tom at first, but then she says something. She's thinking something later on about how, and so and you think, oh, maybe it was her. But at first I thought
it was her just because of the pray for me. That didn't seem very Tom-like.
Mm-hmm. And then she.
No, see, I don't think she ever felt. Oh, sorry. I don't think that she ever felt conflicted. I felt like she always felt like she made the right decision, and so I never thought it was her leaving the notes because I thought she was she wanted to keep this straight up. It was Tom that was conflicted about was this the right thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he's totally the one that I thought left the note until I just read something that's made me think that she did. Because she said something about how she'll be fine knowing that she's taken care of, and so I thought,
gotcha.
She must have left it. I thought Tom left it the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be right.
You are right.
I'm just kidding.
She was straight up crazy.
I think that they needed fingerprints, and then I was worried about the body on the island. I mean, the island belongs to the government, and he buried a dude in it.
Yeah.
Eventually they're going to find those bones, or they notice the big mound that you left there.
Well, he can attest to that. Yeah, he helps them find it.
He shows them where he buried him. So,
what a dillweed. Such a bad decision.
Yeah.
But, bad things happen to babies in Australia. The dingo ate your baby.
Exactly.
So the movie's not in Australia, right?
What? It's not?
It looks like it's in...
They filmed it off the coast of New Zealand. It's just on the opposite side of Australia that it's set on.
Do they have accents? I don't think I even noticed.
That's the reason I said that thing is English accents.
Back then, though, they might have had kind of slightly more English accents. If you listen to the audiobook, it's really difficult. I lived in Australia for 3 years, and I had a really hard time. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I had a really hard time listening to the audiobook because it was in such a deep Australian accent. Like the person who was reading it, I was like, oh, I have to listen to this the slowest level possible because their accents are just so sloppy. So
-1, -2, -3.
Is the author Australian, or does it just takes place in Australia?
I don't know if is it a woman or a man?
I think it's a woman.
I don't know.
I don't know if it just takes place
Yes.
in Australia.
Born and raised in Western Australia and now lives
yeah.
in London. And
Makes
it's a woman.
sense.
Her first book. Way to hit it out of the park, lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
So here's my thing. I super hate Isabel from page 1. And I don't know if it's because I know I know where the story's going. Like I know she's going to keep this baby that's not hers. But from page 1. And how do you guys feel about her?
I liked her.
I liked her starting out.
But I think you're right.
She's
weak? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she lost 3 babies. It's
that's
so
sad.
Terrible.
Terrible. I know. I don't like crazy people, but I think this is when like what you said, Beth. Seeing the preview kind of ruined it for me. I think I would have had a lot more empathy for her if I hadn't known what was going to happen. Like, oh, she's going to steal that baby.
Maybe there wasn't enough. They didn't really show because
3 lost pregnancies. She only kind of showed you the stillbirth, and then I don't think that I didn't even know about the miscarriages until after that had happened. So I feel like that's kind of a failure of the writing. I would have felt more for her if I had seen her lose those babies and feel that pain for her each time.
Yeah, absolutely. Or even maybe if the doctor had told her she wouldn't be able to try again before she took the baby.
Right.
Because she goes and sees the doctor after she gets Lucy and has kept her.
But she has Lucy, and then she has another miscarriage.
Or she's having the change.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah.
Because they said that the blood didn't come, and then the blood came with a vengeance after.
Yeah.
She miscarried again.
Probably.
Yeah, I think that there could have been something a little bit more. I felt like the grief of that gave me a better sense of how she was feeling. I just didn't feel that it just wasn't enough, I don't think. Spent so much time dealing with Tom's problems and how he felt about everything. Not enough about how she felt. I kept feeling like she was perfectly fine.
What's happening?
He's mooning me. I don't know. Just keep it over there.
Turn that camera. Make this R-rated.
Speaking of Boozy Book Club, somebody's drunk, but they're not on camera right now. But yeah, I don't know. I felt like we spent so much time in Tom's head and dealing with his issues. Not enough in hers for me to feel a whole lot of sympathy for her. Well,
then I related so much to Hannah as a mother. I just kept thinking, oh my gosh, what if I lost my, I just felt more like Hannah would have felt. I imagined myself losing my baby or getting my baby back and then trying to sacrifice my happiness for theirs, to let them go back to the people who stole her just to make my baby happy.
Is that what happens?
Yeah,
she contemplates it.
The baby gets lost. Lucy Grace
runs away.
Again?
Yeah.
Dang.
Well, she runs away because she wants to go back to her mom, like her new mom that she thinks is her mom.
Because the first time she's just hanging out with some scorpions in their pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this time she goes off, and then they find her, and Hannah had said a prayer basically telling God, if we find her alive, I will let her go and be with the parents she wants to be with. And so Hannah says to Isabel, if you can tell me the truth that you made this decision, that Tom made this decision and you did not want to keep the baby, then I'll let you have her. And so she said, I swear. But then Isabel ended up taking herself to the police, so the whole deal was off anyway.
Yeah, so she says that if you tell me that it was not your idea, you had nothing to do with it, and he manipulated you and made you keep her, And if you testify against him and say this is what he did, then I'll let her come live with you. And she says, yeah, I'll do it. And then she kind of realizes that she can't do that to her husband.
Is he in jail this whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
So she goes and she runs and she says, you know, it was all my fault. I'm the one who did this. And so she redeems herself a little bit.
So he is in jail, like for the whole second half of the book?
Pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is he just wanting to kill himself? Is he like tormenting himself this whole time, or is he mad at Isabel?
Oh,
he's not mad at Isabel. Yeah.
I think that he believes that he should have died on the battlefield, and that what he has now is just borrowed time. So if he has to do this sacrifice to save Isabel, he's fine with it.
Yep.
He's so duty-minded that he thinks, since I'm the one who made the choice not to report it, and that was my duty to do that, no matter what, it's still my fault. So, and he doesn't want anything to happen to her because he doesn't think that she can survive jail because she's already like grief-stricken, and he wants to protect her.
So in the end, who is the kid with?
With her mom.
With Hannah.
Mom.
Yeah.
And Isabel and Tom are in jail?
No, they only Hannah ends up testifying that, like, she kind of realizes that her husband, Frank, I think his name was, like, would have realized that, like, the past is the past. I can't be bitter. So she needs to, like, I don't know if she ever forgives them, but she needs to have mercy on them. So she, like, testifies that they should be given a lenient sentence. So I think they only like had to serve a few years, and then they, like, move somewhere far away and just live together for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, she has to go into some sort of, like, mental institution for a little bit.
Yeah.
To get healthy, and he gets 3 months in jail, in a low-level jail, because she comes to terms with the fact that not only that Frank would forgive them, but also her baby would have died if it wasn't for them. No.
Yeah.
So she still, like, and we forgot to. It was revealed. Did you know that she's the woman that Tom rescued on the train?
Yeah, I got that part. I passed. Yeah. I read that. I got that.
So she knows that deep down he's a good man.
Sure.
So
yeah.
I am just not sure I'm okay. I don't know what I'd want. I guess that's a fitting ending. We wanted to hang out with Isabel. Isabel's crazy as hell.
Right.
The baby lives.
Yeah, the baby lives.
She made you think the baby was going to die. The baby lived. That would have been a hell of an ending.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany would have been a puddle.
No,
yeah, because you really think that she is going to die.
Really? I never thought she was going to die.
There's all these graveyards, and she's constantly in danger. You're introduced to her on the brink of death. And in every scene that she's in, she's sitting on graves, and she's talking about being a star and being Lula Lighthouse, and you're like, this kid's gonna die. They're gonna name a constellation after her or something. I thought that the whole time. I was like, she's just gonna kick it.
Well, when she went missing, when she ran away, the author is telling you about all the different snakes that are out there that could possibly get her. How they used to dig wells for water that she could drown in. And I'm like, ooh, I think we know how she's going to die.
It's Australia.
Everything's trying to kill you in Australia.
That's their travel tagline. Everything's trying to kill you in Australia.
Everything's deadly.
It's New Zealand's travel tagline. Everything tries to kill you in Australia. Come to New Zealand.
Come look at the sheep.
New Zealand.
Lord of the Rings and sheep.
I think Australian authors are some of my favorites, but I could totally see an Australian author taking Isabel and Hannah and making them, like, live out to their days as, like, best friends in some crazy, insane asylum after Lucy dies. Like, I can totally see, like, Marquette doing something like that, and you just be like, Ma! Wouldn't happen in America.
They're both in the asylum.
So the tear-jerking part at the end, then, and I think. So as much as I agree that I think that Isabella is a little bit crazy, I think that, like, in general, she was trying to, like, do right by the baby. Like, I think she kind of thought, like, oh, if I you know, if we report this, she's going to go to an orphanage, and, you know, like, we can give her a better life. So I think that the intent was there, even if she did go to Crazy Town. But, so I think that Hannah understood that, and then the tearjerker part at the end, where I was trying not to cry on my plane as I was finishing it, was, so Isabella dies, like, I think cancer or something like that, and so, like 2 days after her funeral.
Like 20 years
later. Like 20 years later. Like, down the road. She dies as, you know, in an old age. And then, like, 2 days after her funeral, Lucy Grace comes back and finds Tom and is, like, wants to meet her parents. And Isabella had written her a letter, like, hoping that she would come find her. And so then she does, and Tom has the letter. And so Lucy Grace reads the letter, and it's, like, heartbreaking, because you're like, oh, like, she loved her all these years, and she left this letter for her, and, you know, it's like the letter says, like, if you're reading this, it's because I've died, and, like, I've waited all this time, and it's like 2 days too late. She finally shows up, and Tom, like, sees her, and he's like a wreck, and Lucy's a wreck, and Lucy just had a baby, so she has, like, her own little son with her. So it's that part. And it's only like, it's like the last 5 or 10 pages. It's super short, but it'll get you. So
that's ridiculous.
She's saying, I understand now, like, what kind of grief that Isabel would have been going through now that I have my own child. I understand why she did what she did, because I would, like, kill if anything ever happened to my baby. So, and
it mirrored what happened to Tom, because remember, he went to see his mother, and she had died, like, a week before.
Yeah.
I get it.
No one gets a break.
It's true.
That's life, man.
Nope.
When you're an Australian author, it is. Breaking everybody's hearts back and forth. My favorite part that I've read so far is the way that when Tom is narrating, when it's in his point of view, and he's constantly looking at Isabella, and it talks about, like, how there's, like, a string missing or something. There's, like, an invisible gap between the part of her that he loves and the part of him that's, like, she's psychotic, and he can't kind of, like, marry the two of those parts, and he doesn't really know how to feel about her anymore, because there's just this invisible line of, but you're crazy now, like, you're not okay. We were not on the same, and it's such a, like, I just love it, because marriage can be like that sometimes, where there's just something that you're like, why do you like that? Like, why are you okay with Trump? Whatever, you know. You can't get over it. Not that Blurtlander's okay with Trump.
Okay, I was going to say, this is going to change my opinion of Blurtlander.
He's not. But there's always something you're like, how do you like that person? You know what I mean? Like, you're like, how can you be friends with her? She's so annoying, or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's just
how
that,
can you like olives?
Exactly. How can you not use the squatty potty every time you go? It's an important tool. But I loved that. I thought that she really captured that really well.
Guys, I think there might be something wrong with me, because I always am super, super sympathetic to, like, the crazy person in every single book that I read. I don't know what it says about me, but I'm always like, she wasn't that bad. Maybe I've grown up with much crazier.
No, I mean, I guess she wasn't that bad. Like, I get why she did what she did. I fully understand it. I guess for modern sensibilities, you'd be like, just go try to adopt, and if you can't adopt this baby, there'll be another one. But I understand
we're talking
too,
about,
saying,
like, in the 20s in Australia, and if you know the history of Australia, there's a lot of, like, children stealing going on with Aboriginal children. So it's kind of a touchy subject with, like, the Aboriginals say that Australians like, stole their children when they came and settled. So there is already, like, a child stealing kind of culture there in that country. So haven't you guys ever seen the movie Australia?
No.
With Hugh Jackman?
With Hugh Jackman?
No.
Really?
Mm-mm.
No.
It's a Baz Luhrmann movie.
It's got Nicole, what's her name in it, right?
Kidman, yeah.
Yeah, but he made The Great Gatsby, which is probably the worst thing I've ever seen on film since 2010.
It was pretty bad. I still like him. He also did Romeo and Juliet and Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge!
Y'all want to hear a little bit of Blurtlander trivia?
Yeah.
The year we were engaged was the year Moulin Rouge came out. We saw it 11 times in the theater.
Holy cow!
And come what may, it was our wedding song, y'all.
He loved you.
Yeah.
So who wanted to see it 11 times? You or him?
Did he lip sync it to you? Never knew I could feel like this.
I'm so embarrassed that was our wedding song. I really am.
It was your wedding song?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
My friend Peter and my friend Diana sang it at our wedding.
Hey, you know what? I feel you. If I were to get married around that time, it probably would have been my wedding song too.
Yeah.
I was really into it too.
Oh man, it was embarrassing. We watched it a lot. We didn't go just the two of us 11 times. Like our friends would go. So a couple times we went with different people. Like, have you seen it yet? No. Well, come with us. We're gonna go see it. We didn't have anything better to do. We live in the suburbs.
There was no internet then, or maybe it was. There probably was, but it was like not like there is now.
I was in
There
college.
was definitely internet then.
Like there was internet, but not like you could like there is now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like now you
There
can
was-
spend like
There
5
was
hours
no
on social
Netflix
media.
and chill. It was let's
Yeah,
go watch
that
Moulin
doesn't
Rouge and
exist.
eat popcorn.
That's right. It was let's go watch Moulin Rouge and chill. Nobody else will be in the theater because we've seen it 11 times. It's been out for 6 months already. And were you in like ninth grade back then?
No,
And-
I'm 32. I'm not that young.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So.
I was afraid you were like one of those 25-year-olds I'm talking to again.
Oh.
I'll be saying something. They're like, oh, I was 8.
No.
I don't know.
No.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I had one of my employees told me the other day that she didn't know what Full House was, and I realized that she wasn't even
What?
born when it went off the air.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, holy cow, this is crazy.
I don't understand it. There was a girl that I was singing with, and I was just talking to her. I was trying to help her like find this harmony for this song, and I said, "It's like this one. It's just like this one." I don't remember what song it was now. She was like, "I've never heard that song," and I was like, "What?" I was like, "It was top of the Billboard charts in 1999." She was like, "I was born in 2000, and I lost it." She looks easily 25. I was like, "You're 16?" She was like, "No, I'm 17 now," and I was like, "I hate you."
I graduated in 2000.
Oh man, I'm so mad.
I'm as old as the hills. Y'all can kiss my ass.
I graduated in '98. I'm older than Tiffany. Okay.
I was born in the Nixon administration.
I was born in the Reagan administration.
Me too. Actually, Carter was
Yep.
president when I was born because I was born in early January. He was president for like 2 weeks.
You 80? 1980?
1980, baby.
Yep.
Me and Sam Hewen and Oscar Isaac.
The year to be born.
Well, you and Sam Hewen have something to talk about.
I
We
know.
talk about it every time we see each other. If I was hanging out at the after party, we'd be talking about it right now.
Were they doing an after party?
There is an after party, but there's, like last year, there's an after party that people get invites to, and then
Okay.
there's the after party that they
Did
don't.
Becca get an invite?
Yeah, she'll be there.
To
better
the
get
good
after
one or to
party?
the one that everyone's
Or to
going
the-
to?
What?
Is she going to the good after party or the after party?
Well, since the good after party is probably starting in a little bit, I'm not going to say.
Okay.
All I'm saying is she better get a face swap with Sam.
Yeah, she
A
needs
what?
a face swap. A face swap.
Oh, swap. Okay.
What did you think I said?
I thought you said the F word, and I was like, what is that? What are you youngins talking about?
Oh, man.
I don't even know how to do that stuff on Snapchat. I keep trying to figure it out, but I don't think it registers my face as a face, and I blame my big giant nose.
Wait, why are you not following me on Snapchat?
I don't
Find
know.
me.
All right.
I'm the same Beth. I'm the B.E. Thorne like I'm everywhere else.
All right.
I don't like what
even-
people are. Makes me sad.
Okay.
But I never Snapchat. Anyway,
Yeah.
so
Then I'm
Anyone
definitely
who's
going to follow you
watching
if you
this-
never do it.
Anyone who's
What,
watching
Tiff?
has to start following That's Normal on Snapchat, too.
yes,
If you're not doing it, you got to do it now. Sign up for Snapchat.
absolutely. If you are a fan of Boozy Book Club, if you're a fan of That's Normal, follow That's Normal on Snapchat. All one word, That's Normal, because we have good stuff coming your way, especially if you're an Outlander fan. Tiffany's going to be snaplandering it all season. It's going to be great.
So do I have to get Snapchat now? Because I got Twitter for Outlander. So I was going to draw the line there. But now do I have to get a Snapchat too?
You sure do, Anne.
Oh my gosh.
You should, yes. It's
important.
It's an important rite of passage.
All right, I'll do it.
I felt like an idiot when I first downloaded Snapchat. My cousin made me do it, and the only people I knew that were even remotely my age or my age that were doing it were Becca and Nikki. Who's taking screenshots?
Me. I was doing my Snapchat picture. I realized I didn't have a picture with it.
I don't have a picture with mine either. But
me either.
And I'm super dehydrated, so I look very thin in the face.
Excellent. Good job. So let's give Light Between Oceans thumbs up or thumbs down. How we do it in Boozy Book Club, if you're new to this, we all give it a thumbs up or thumbs down, and then that translates to how many wine bottles we give it out of 5. I know that that's not very scientific or mathematic, but that's how we do it. So thumb up or thumbs down? Thumbs up? Uppity up, tiff up. That's 4 wine bottles, you guys. That's 5, just the extra. So we can have. That's a good book right there. That's a good book.
Right.
It's a good book. It's one of those books that you're gonna hate, but it's a good book.
It is good. Meaty. I liked it.
Yeah.
I only read through chapter 23, but what I read was really good.
You know what I really liked is that she had really short sections in each of the chapters, so
yeah, I like that too.
I could just read really quickly and then do something and then come back to it and not feel like I was in the middle of a section.
That's
so
important.
thanks, lady. It's really good for people that are busy as shit.
That's very true. Because I'm also reading Dorothy Dunnet right now. I've been reading it for months because the sections are long as hell, and I can't.
That's how I feel about A Little Life. Like, I really like it, but each section is 60 pages. And then I forget what I've read, then I have to go back and read 2 pages before.
I can't handle it.
Right.
We're not going to talk about Miss Peregrine's because we're almost out of time, but it's awesome. It's a great book. I haven't read Hollow City yet, which is the second one, but it's coming out soon. It's out, and the third one's out. The movie looks amazing because Eva Green is in it, and she's my favorite. So
you like that show she's on, don't you? The Penny
Dreadful. I love it. I love it. It's so good. If I could talk about shows that I really love instead of shows that I mediocrely like into, I would talk about Penny Dreadful and Orphan Black and Sense8 and Mr. Robot.
You definitely have a type.
I have a type?
Yeah.
Of shows?
They're called shows I don't watch.
They're called good shows with great plots.
But I believe you. I believe you.
And no hobbit hair. That's what they're called.
Lord bless all.
Beth, can I ask a Miss Peregrine's question even though we're not talking about the book? Because when I read it, I was like, I can't wait for Boozy Book Club to ask this one question about it.
Let's hear it.
So, okay, so at the end, when he's all, like, I guess the switchover doesn't happen. Like, you know how it always goes back to the same day and that doesn't happen?
Yeah.
Like, it gets broken somehow?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So at that point, then it should be like the next day, like September 4th or whatever, 1940. Okay, so then they're going to like go on their adventure, but before they do, they have to go and stop and talk to his dad. So they like go back to the town and talk to his dad. But what I can't figure out is I'm like, it's 1940, it's not current day. So how is his dad there? Because the switchover never happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they never like transported back to present day. So I'm like, how did they go? So I was like, is that a plot hole, or did I like miss something? And this is what I needed to know. It was driving me crazy when I read it. And I was like, I need Boozy Book Club to answer this question for me. So I'm like, that would be a pretty major plot hole. So I'm like, there has to be something I'm missing. And I just didn't get it.
Can you tell how much I don't know by my face? Because it's been like 2 or 3 years since I read that book. I have no idea.
Being such a hipster.
I'm such a hipster with my Miss Peregrines came out. I read it when it came out.
I can't even remember anything about the book either because I read that.
I mean, I know stuff about the book, but I have no idea about that plot hole. Like 0%.
Okay. Well, if anyone is watching and they know and they can answer that question for me, I would appreciate it.
If anyone is
that bugged me like crazy. If anyone's still here,
ask the question on our Goodreads group and see if anybody
Okay. That's a
will
good idea.
answer you. Speaking of that, we'll do a little housekeeping real quick. If you're on Goodreads, friend us, get on the group, talk about the books that we're reading, and we'll have new books up there every month from now until the school year starts back next year. So for April, May, June, July, and probably August, but maybe not, Boozy Book Club will not necessarily have monthly hangouts, but we will only be doing one book. Nope. So be prepared for that. We're only going to be doing one book through those months because it's summertime, and we're doing hangout lenders every week, and it's just going to be crazy, so we don't have time to do another monthly hangout. But we're still doing Boozy Book Club. It's just going to kind of live on Goodreads and on those threads, and when we talk and do stuff online about that. So if you're into Boozy Book Club, we're still doing it. But those are the parameters this time. And in fact, I think when we come back, our first book will end up being Melina Marquetta's new book. So yay! It'll be great. It'll be the best Boozy Book Club ever because she's the best. She's my favorite. My kids asked me about peanut butter. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, she said hi.
Hi!
She said hi. So that's it for Boozy Book Club. Thank you for watching and listening to us babble on and on. And go see those movies when they come out. Light Between Oceans comes out super soon. Peregrines comes out this fall, I think. Or is it the other way around?
It was September. No, Peregrines was September, I think.
Okay.
You're right.
So is Light Between Oceans.
They're both in the fall. No, you're not. She's half naked. She wants to be on the screen. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, bye, guys.
Bye.